Hello everyone. In this lecture, let's try to interface EM18 RFID module with our microcontroller PIC16 of 877E. Let's get started. So initially, we will be receiving the data using UART communication in interrupt method. So I just want to enable the global interrupt enable bit and peripheral interrupt enable bit if I am using any of the interrupts of the microcontroller, and also I just want to enable the RCIE, that is the receive interrupt enable bit, for enabling the interrupt of the UART communication. For that I am writing these three lines, and after that I am connecting an LED to RB7. So I am making all the pins as output in port B and I am clearing the bits initially. And in this line I have made the RX pin of the microcontroller, that is RC7 as input, and TX of the microcontroller, that is RC6 as output. Rest all pins in the port B, port C, I am making it as output. You can see this is the RX, I am making this as input and this as output. That is done in this line. And this is the control register configuration for TX STA and RC STA, that is transmit control register and receive control register, and we configured this in UART configuration and programming lecture. I hope you remember this. And this one also we calculated the value of SPBRG for 9600 baud rate in the same UART configuration and programming lecture. I hope you remember these three configurations that we did in that lecture. So in the previous RFID testing lecture, we just found out the values of two RFID tags that I'm having, right? So for card 1, I got the 12 character data, that is this one. And for card 2, I got this set of 12 character data. So the programming logic is simple. What we will do is, we will receive these 12 characters in an array named Y, that is declared here, you can see that, and these 12 characters will be stored in this array from 0 to 11. We know from 0 to 11 it is holding 12 characters. So once this data is loaded in the array, we will check the last two characters of the array. That is, if Y of 10 is 8 and Y of 11 is 1, we will turn on the LED connected to RB7. And if Y of 10 is 5 and if Y of 11 is E, we will turn off the LED connected to RB7. If the last two characters is 8-1, that means this cloud is placed over the EM18 module. So we are turning on the LED when this code is placed. And if the last two characters is 5E, that means this code is placed over the EM18 module. So we will turn off the LED when we place this code over the EM18 module. So that's all about the logic. Let's understand the programming sequence for storing this 12 character data. Since I have configured the receive interrupt in the UART communication, when the program starts, processor executes all the lines over here and it will enter into the while of 1 and it will wait here. And it will keep on executing the lines over here. So whenever I place the RFID tag on the EM18 module, UART module of the microcontroller will interrupt the processor and the processor pauses all the process that it is doing here and it will come to this interrupt function. And as we know, in UART communication, all the character data will be sent one after the other. Firstly, let's take, I'm placing this code over the EM18 module. So initially, first character byte, which is nothing but 2, will be transmitted to the UART bus. So initially it will check for the condition I greater than 11. So it will be false because this is declared as global, which will be having a value of 0 initially. So this condition will be false, and here Y of 0 will be fetching the value 2. And after that I will be incremented, that is I will become 1, and again the processor comes over here. And nextly, we know that if we place card once, we will receive all the 12 character bytes of data. So immediately after this 2 is transferred, this 7 will be transferred, and again the processor will be interrupted. So the processor comes over here, and again now this time Y of 1 will be getting the value 7. So again it goes to the main function. Again the processor will be interrupted with the data 0. So again the 0 will be stored in the y of 2, and again 0 will be stored in the y of 3, and 1 will be stored in y of 4, and c will be stored in y of 5, and c will be again stored in y of 6, and c1 will be stored in y of 7, and a will be stored in y of 8, and 4 will be stored in y of 9, and 5 will be stored in y of 10, and e will be stored in y of 11. Now all the 12 character bytes of the first card is stored in the array elements from y of 0 to y of 11. So now let's take, I am placing this card over the EM18 module. So now first character byte is sent in the UART bus, and the processor is interrupted and the control comes over here. Now you can see now I value is greater than 11 because I is already 11 and it will be incremented to 12. So now the I will become 0 and the y of 0 will get the value 4. So in the similar way, these 12 character data will be stored in the y array from 0 to 11. So this process continues, and whenever you place a card over the EM18 module, that 12 character bytes of data will be stored in the y array from 0 to 11. So we are checking these two conditions and we are turning off and turning on the LED correspondingly. That's all about the programming part. Now we will build the program using the icon provided. So for demonstrating this program in your Proteus simulation software, we are just going to use this virtual terminal in the Instruments tab as a substitute device for HC05 and EM18 RFID module. So this virtual terminal acts as a serial terminal and can be used as a substitute device for all the devices that are working on UART bus. So whatever the device is, if it is functioning in UART communication protocol, then you can simulate the UART communication protocol using this virtual terminal available in your Proteus. So for connection, you just want to connect the TX of the microcontroller to RX of the virtual terminal, and then connect the RX of the microcontroller to TX of the virtual terminal. That's all about the connection, and we are just going to use this LED that is connected to RB7. Now double click the IC and click on this icon for loading the program. Go to the respective project folder and click on this hex file and then click on open. After loading the program, change the crystal oscillator frequency, that is the processor clock frequency, to be 20 MHz, as we assumed the 20 MHz as the system clock while we are calculating the baud rate for communication. And after that, click on OK. Now when I play the simulation using the play button in the left bottom corner of the window, you can see we will get a virtual terminal box over here, and this is the virtual terminal box, and right click on it and select this echo typed characters. You must tick this option to view the characters that you are typing in this virtual terminal. And as per our logic, whenever we place this code over the RFID module, these 12 characters will be sent to the microcontroller PIC16 of 877A UART bus. So I am copying this 12 characters, and when we receive these 12 characters, this LED must be lighted up as per our program. So I am pasting it to the virtual terminal. You can see this LED is now lighted up, and whenever we place this code, the LED will be turned off, right? So I am copying this, and when I paste it over here, you can see the LED is turned off. So in this way, you can simulate the RFID EM18 module program that we wrote in the MPLAB IDE using the software Proteus 8. For uploading the program onto the microcontroller, firstly, power up the development board using external 12V 1A adapter through this socket provided. And then connect the PIC3 to your PC USB port using mini USB cable. Then the terminals of PIC3 are connected to the microcontroller as per this circuit diagram. If your development board is not showing these pin nodes, or if you are not having a development board, you can connect the terminals of PIC3 to the microcontroller port pins as per this circuit diagram. Or you can just build this circuit in a breadboard for programming the microcontroller. Once the circuit is built, come to the Programmer tab and hover over Select Programmer. You will see a number of programmers. In our case, select PIC3. You can see PIC3 detected. Click on OK. You must see this target detected. And then go to the Programmer tab again and click on Program. You can see device is being programmed and the programming is complete. Now build this circuit to see the output in the hardware. And you can see this is the output that I got in my hardware. Thanks for watching.